We're Airhead, and we're aiming to provide the best respiratory protection in the world. So my name's Harry and this is Alex, and we've got one other co-founder, Elliot. We're three best friends, really, who met while studying economics at the University of Bath. We became increasingly aware of how problematic air pollution was for our health. So it causes over 8.8 million deaths a year around the world, including 40,000 in the UK. So we just saw a huge opportunity to create a truly revolutionary mask that with the USP that focused completely on that airtight fit to provide superior protection versus other masks on the market. We're Airhead, and we're aiming to provide the best respiratory protection in the world with a pollution mask that's designed and made in the UK. So my name's Harry and this is Alex, and we've got one other co-founder, Elliot, who couldn't be here today, but we're three best friends, really, who met while studying economics at the University of Bath. And we always wanted to run a business together, really. So much so that for the first year of running this business, we lived together, three of us, in a one-bedroom flat. All very keen cyclists, all of us living here in London. And as we're cycling to and from our old corporate jobs, we became increasingly aware of how problematic air pollution was for our health and for others around us. So it causes over 8.8 million deaths a year around the world, including 40,000 in the UK. It's also been linked to an increased risk of mental health disorders, as well as a reduction in sports performance and workplace productivity. And aware of this huge problem, we started looking for pollution masks for us to wear and simply found nothing that was suitable for our needs. And the most alarming thing for us was that scientific research shows that masks are ineffective if they don't have that airtight fit due to air leaking in at the sides. And we found this is a really common thing across the market. But other common pain points is that masks are very often very hot, they're uncomfortable, and they're pretty embarrassing to wear as well. So we just saw a huge opportunity to create a truly revolutionary mask that with the USP that focused completely on that airtight fit to provide superior protection versus other masks on the market. And we teamed up with Brunel University as part of a government-funded design program to create the Airhead mask. And what we wanted to do, aside from that superior protection versus others on the market, was try and make the mask as comfortable as possible for people when they're wearing it. So we have, of course, the TPE seal here, which provides that protection, but also, unlike any other mask on the market, you can open and close the front cover for a quick cooling breeze or perhaps a drink. And then if you see down here, we have backward facing exhalation valves, which quickly and efficiently move hot air away from the face to keep you cool. We have a patent pending, which is actually due to be published later this month, and our international PCT will enter its national phase next year.
So as you can imagine, the market has absolutely exploded since the pandemic. It's now set to be worth $22.3 billion by 2027, and it's growing at a compound annual growth rate of 30% a year. There are two main sort of drivers of this growth, really. One, as you might expect, is the normalized, particularly in Western cultures, and then also the increased focus of consumers on their health and protecting their health. So we're really excited about the product roadmap that we've got lined up for the business. The first step of that in the first half of next year is to implement all of the feedback we've got from our first 3,500 customers and to create a version 2 of the mask. And that's the plan throughout the business for us, is to keep iterating and keep evolving the product. One aim alongside that is to achieve the PPE certification, and that would open up some huge markets that we'll touch on later. A second key focus for us is to create what we call the Airhead Lite. It's a more pedestrian focused mask, and that will help us capture even more of the COVID market and people that are commuting and traveling on public transport and wearing masks in shops. The third aspect, the more longer term focus, is how we implement tech into the mask. There's some really exciting opportunities to print sensors onto the filters, and that would allow us to monitor in real time health indicators of the wearer and relay that to the wearers via a mobile app. That opens up some huge opportunities in terms of data sharing. So we have two clear routes to market. The first is direct to consumer through the Airhead website and e-commerce platforms such as Amazon. The second is B2B, and that's via more traditional retailers, distributors, and corporate partnerships. Our target customer, target persona at the moment and today is urban commuters, people that are cycling, running and walking. And also wildfires have become quite an important market for us, particularly over in America. The future of the business, once we've achieved that PPE certification, is where there's a huge opportunity as well across lots of different industries, such as construction workers, medical industry, and also buses.
So we've already validated that customers want and need our product with over £460,000 of pre-sales. This included a Kickstarter campaign that was in the top 0.5% of all time most funded campaigns, which is something that we're really proud of. Since then, we've also set up our UK supply chain, and now we've got 2,000 units that are ready to sell. We're also available in a couple of small independent cycling stores around London, and even more exciting, we're just about to go live in Selfridges. As a team, we've got plenty of experience coming from the likes of RBS and Barclays, but what we've always tried to do in this business is identify wherever we've got skills gaps to bring in external expertise to help us to grow.
So just a quick look at the sales numbers. So next year, we're expecting £1.1 million of revenue with 727k of profit. And then from there, the revenue growing to 2.7 million and 5.9 million across 2023 and 2024, with that reaching 13.2 million in 2025. The main drivers behind that growth is increasing market share and also new product launches. So the ask for this investment round is that we're looking to raise £700,000, and that would allow us to rapidly scale the business and establish the market share across the pollution industry. That's funding three key areas of the business, the most prominent of those being our marketing area. That's allowing us to establish brand awareness and really gain traction as we scale. Second area is the product development, as we talk through using the funding to develop V2 and create the light version of the Airhead mask. And then, as Harry mentioned, expanding the team and plugging those skill gaps, working with consultants and new hires. So the ultimate aim for the business is to sell, most likely via an acquisition, in 5 years' time. We're aiming for a target valuation of between 100 and 125 million pounds. And we substantiated that with quite a lot of research into other similar companies, one of those being Team Wendy, who last year was acquired by Avon Protection for 130 million pounds.